All right, so please do not let this one go over your head. You must develop, right, curate, and learn how to have emotional resilience in a society full of energy vultures, okay? So let's talk about emotional resilience. What is resilience? Resilience is your ability to bounce back and recover quickly, right, from traumatic events, from discouraging events, from troublesome activity. Might not be able to avoid it, but you can recover from it. So the old wise man once said, just because you have a few nightmares doesn't mean you stop dreaming. And what is that essentially saying? It's saying, listen, if I had a nightmare last night, it doesn't mean that tonight I'm going to stay up all night and try not to go back to sleep. I have to go back to sleep, right, to get some rest. So if I have a traumatic event, an event that's troublesome in my life, I got to get back to it. I cannot let it stop me. I cannot allow it, right, to keep me in that same state of fear or disappointment or discouragement or things of that nature. And so emotional resilience is going to be the feelings, right, that come along with you being in a space that you need to bounce back and, get yourself together. Energy vultures, think about what a vulture is, right? Vultures, their only job, they got one job, is to ride around and pick up dead stuff, dead animals, right? They don't mess with anything living, anything in motion, anything active they ain't fooling with. But if you did and you took yourself out the game or you got taken out the game, they at you. And not only by themselves, they're going to call their partners and they all going to swoop you up. Well, energy vultures is the same thing. And sometimes energy vultures are people at work. There are people in the supermarket. There are people in the bank. Sometimes it's people at home. And what they are circling around is on your spirit if it's dead, if your motivation is dead, if you're not being a beacon of light, if your energy is low, then they come in, right? And that's where they put their attention on. And then in this context, it's the negativity. It's the doubt, it's the fear, it's the discouragement, right? It's the anger, all of the things that don't make us feel good in any particular day. So you got to learn to build up your emotional resilience in a society full of energy vultures. And how do you do that? Well, one way to do that is to believe in your damn self, right? Understand that you were built for this. You have the ability to overcome anything that comes your way if you believe in it. And the fastest way to believe in yourself is to stop doubting yourself, but also get really good at taking a different perspective, right, on any situation that happens. And so one of the things that helps me is understanding the law of opposites, right? The law of opposite would suggest that if there's an up, there's a down, right? If you walk a mile that way, right, you got to walk a mile this way, right? If there's an inside, there's an outside. It is the old adage of two sides to a coin. So if there's good, there has to be bad. If there's bad, there has to be good. So whenever something is coming your way, just remember there's another side to it. No matter how bad it seems, no matter how tragic it is, there is something on the other side. And most of the times you figure it out eventually as time goes on. But you can shorten the pain, shorten the emotional turbulence by understanding and accepting that the other side exists in that moment, whether you see it or not. And then you will start to develop your emotional resilience because you start to look at things differently. And so moving forward today, understand that you got this. There's nothing you can't handle. And whenever something happens that you don't like, you disagree with, you don't understand, just know there's another side to it. And all you have to do is spend your energy trying to figure out what's on the other side of it. What is the other perspective to a situation that's happening? And remember, you're not exempt from anything, so anything can happen to anybody at any given time. So that is my message for today. And remember, just because you have a few nightmares in life doesn't mean you stop dreaming.